Okay, all right. So we're hot now. We're live. Welcome everybody to Buddha Belly Records. We do Tarot Academy class here every first and third Wednesday. I've been studying tarot for about 8 years now. I'm in a lot of different mystical, magical orders too as well. And we like to go in and learn about the tarot, how it connects to the zodiac season. So right now, does anyone know what zodiac season we are in? And it's not a trick question.
Pisces.
What was that?
Pisces.
Very good, Pisces. Does anyone know what zodiac season we're actually entering into? Aries. Hey, all right. So the title for today's class, or the subject, will be Vernal Equinox, transition from Pisces to Aries. Okay? So
Jonathan, did you want to go around again?
yes. So let's start. I want everyone to introduce themselves. Tell them basically how long have you been studying tarot, or what's your interest in tarot. So start with you.
I'm Vinny.
AKA Jimmy.
Yes. Well, my middle name is Jimmy, so it worked. I got interested into tarot when I got spiritually woken. So I could, I hit like an emotional rock bottom, and that kind of woke me up to understand more about myself and my journey. And I guess I've been into it now maybe 2 years, give or take.
Awesome.
Okay, great. Thank you. All right. Who's next? Let's go around, guys.
What? Hey. I don't know.
Okay. No problem.
I guess I'll go.
All right. Yeah, just tell your name and what's interesting in this
What's
class.
your
That's
name?
all.
I'm sorry. I always forget. What's your name?
My name is Cheyenne.
Cheyenne.
All right. Welcome, Cheyenne.
Welcome.
Hi.
Oh,
You said next, right? So,
Anyway, my name's Anthony. I'm here because Vinny asked me.
Okay, great. Welcome, Anthony.
welcome.
Welcome.
All right.
No.
Okay, I'm Kayla. I got into tarot with my friends like probably back when I was like 20, and then just been kind of going off and on in it and different stuff like crystals and stuff for about 10 years now.
Okay, great. Welcome.
My name's James, and I've been, I'd say, studying tarot for about over a year now. I've known about it for a while, but I want to say I've gotten into it since Jonathan started his classes.
I'll go real quick. My name is Mike, owner of Buddha Belly Records. Really grateful to have everybody here. When I first opened the shop, this was always like an intention of mine to do like mystical work in some way, and I was always drawn to tarot. So I'm really grateful for Jonathan to be here and teach together, and yeah, it's always a fun time. So
Thank you.
hey, how are you?
Cool. I'm Ben. I don't really have any experience in tarot. My family has always been heavily into it.
Oh, really?
So
Okay.
This is kind of my introduction to actually seeing more in depth what it is.
All right. Well, welcome, man.
Thank you.
I'm Deja. I've always been really drawn to tarot and astrology and occult because growing up I was exposed to things like that, and tarot's been a great way for me to connect with myself on a deeper level for a few years now. And since I've been coming to Jonathan's classes, it's helped me, I guess, gain a deeper understanding of the symbolism behind it. Yeah.
All right. Okay, great, everybody. Thank you for introducing yourselves. So let's dive right into it. So a lot of you guys are beginners, so I'll give a little kind of run through with tarot. So tarot, there's 22 major arcana. Those are the major cards. And those cards consist of cards like the Fool, the Moon, the Emperor, the Tower, the Magician, Temperance. So there's 22. And these 22 cards connect to the 22 Hebrew letters in the alphabet. And then there's minor cards. So there's 56 minor cards. So in total, there's 78 cards. So those consist of a full tarot deck. The most common tarot deck is the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. This is the most common deck you'll see in different movies when they're giving like tarot readings and stuff like that. So this is the most commonly used and purchased tarot deck. There's a lot of tarot decks now. I know you brought a Star Wars one too as well. There's different tarot decks that were created in the Renaissance. This is more of a modern deck. This was created in probably like the early 1900s. And there's the second most common deck used, which I have here, is called the Thoth deck. That was created by Aleister Crowley. So that's a very common deck that's used and is a very popular deck. And then sometimes we go into the Boda deck. That's another deck that looks similar to this deck, but the key difference is they added Hebrew letters on each card, so you know which letter coincides to that particular card. But these are also called tarot keys, because tarot is something that's used to unlock your subconscious. Because if I ask you what's a tree, what do you think? If I'm asking you what's a tree, what do you think right now in your mind?
You said a tree?
A tree, yeah.
Oh,
Or a bush.
bush, it's a plant, right?
But what do you see?
A tree.
Okay, so every time I ask someone that, no one ever says the word tree. It's a simple example to show people that your subconscious mind, that's the inner part of you that runs all the programs, sees in pictures. So to help unlock your subconscious mind, because that's where all your patterns stem from, all your behaviors, tarot is also used to help to unlock that. These are the keys to your subconscious and to that realm. So this equinox, the vernal equinox, is all about, it's a transition season. So we're transitioning from Pisces to Aries within the zodiac. On the material realm, we're transitioning from winter to spring. So this is more about like death and rebirth. This is the time when what? Plants start to grow, right? Flowers, trees. So this is a class about transitioning and developing new awakenings. So I like to always show cards that connect to the zodiac season. So does anyone know which zodiac season this card connects to?
Virgo?
Who's Virgo?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. Any other guesses? It's not Virgo.
I know it just because I'm.
Was anyone that doesn't, besides Mike, because he's been in every class and he studies. It's not a trick question, and the answers are right there.
Is it Gemini?
Okay, so it actually is Pisces, and this is
Aries.
Aries. Yeah. So this equinox is about it's a transition period. We're leaving winter and we're going into spring. So we're leaving the season of Pisces, according to the zodiac, and we're going into the season of Aries. So these two cards are normally associated with Pisces, and this is associated with Aries. And what really gives off Aries here on the Emperor card? Anyone?
The,
Dictator.
the horn.
A dictator? Okay. Well, how does that connect to Aries? What makes you think he's a dictator?
War. Aries is god of war.
Ah, very good. And
I'm just-
no, it's good. You're right.
Oh, okay.
Very right. And now Aries as a zodiac sign. Do you know what planet rules Aries?
What planet?
Yeah,
Mars,
Mars. And what's Mars? The
god of war.
god of war. See how it all connects? And a further way, like it's not explicitly saying that, but it is saying that in a way of colors, because Mars is the what planet?
Red.
Yeah. See, so the red, and then Aries is, what symbol is Aries? What animal is Aries?
So red.
Yeah, and that's how, see? So,
Although that one looks more like a mouse, but
right here?
yeah.
It's a ram mouse, right?
Initiative.
Yeah. So, yeah, so
Experimented back then.
that's the Emperor, it connects to Aries. So, because according to an empire, where's the Emperor? Where is he at in the empire? What part is he at in the empire? What does he consist of? It feels like a pyramid.
To the top.
On top. So and does anyone know what body part Aries rules? The head. See, these are little things to show you this. What it rules, and so meaning if Aries rules the head, this is trying to show you that about what rulership is. Like to connect to that Aries energy is about ruling yourself, your base natures, your behaviors, right? Your vocabulary, how you talk to people, when you talk to people, right? Your emotions. So this sign's all about control, but using that Mars energy. And what's Mars energy is like willpower. Go ahead.
Is that staff he's holding? Is that the symbol of Mars too?
Um,
It looks like it could be a symbol. It looks like a kind of like an ankh, but
Looks like a paladin symbol.
It's really it's like a scepter of power, right?
oh, okay, okay.
So it could be the Tau cross,
Right.
right, and then surmounted by a sphere, right, or a ring.
Right.
You know, a ring symbolizes like completion stuff, but emperors always would have some kind of a scepter,
Right.
right? And in magical orders, the magus always has some kind of a scepter that shows his rulership. Of
You know what I
the
just
go ahead.
noticed too? On the chair on the top,
Mhm.
the tippity top, like
Oh, yeah.
keep going. It's the side of like a ramp.
Yeah.
So I just noticed that. I seen the front ones, but not the tops.
What month is Aries again?
It begins
April.
March to April.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's March
Like-
20th,
okay.
which is tomorrow, to I believe April
I think it's like the second
18th or 19th, maybe.
or
Yeah, it's always different. Not every school of thought uses the same zodiac calendar,
yeah.
but it's always around like either 18th, 19th, depending on the month and stuff. But we're definitely entering in every spring, and starts the Aries season in March 20th. So, all right. So, what else do we see in these cards that show it connects to Aries? We know. What about this card? We went over this card a couple weeks ago, and it's Pisces, but I don't know. Some people think there's not a lot that shows Pisces compared to the Emperor card.
Well, Pisces makes you think of fish. There's water. And there's a lobster right there.
There you go.
Very good. Good. Where do the dogs come in? And the wolf, the dog and the wolf. How does that connect to Pisces?
Seasons, spring and winter. I don't know. The sun has a face in it. Maybe
Yeah.
it's from Teletubbies.
Okay, all right. Yeah, so this is the card is the moon, but it's basically showing you that the moon's source of light is the sun. That's why you see the face. This is really symbolize the moon.
Oh.
Yeah, because the moon is reflective from the sun's light.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Now
Yep.
I see the moon.
Yeah.
And you got the two towers there, which could signify either a tower moment or a balance.
Yeah, and also if you look at it as a path, right? So it's telling you it's about a gateway. It's also insinuating the middle path, right? Because it's a path of balance, and then the path is being guided by the solar energy, which is basically powers the moon, and the moon represents your intuition. So meaning your intuition is supposed to guide you on higher levels of spirituality. That's what this is trying to tell you. All right, let's go to the next slide. So spring equinox 2025. So basically the vernal equinox is a moment in the year when day and night are nearly equal in length. This marks the official start of spring in the northern hemisphere. So it typically occurs between the 19th and 21st of March. Just so we know, this is like this day is all about balance.
That's when you could put the egg up.
Yeah.
Right, right?
Correct, yeah. It's all about balance.
You only
So
have to do it once.
yeah, I've done it before too. So that, basically it's understanding that this equinox is really helping you to learn how to balance yourself out. So we were just in winter, and now we have to go into spring. So it's all about, letting go of all the stuff in the winter and bearing new fruits of all the seeds that you've been planting, right? So they could start to grow and bear some good stuff in your life. Any questions on the vernal equinox?
What does the word vernal mean again? Because I heard it before. It just means like.
That's a good question. I know in Spanish, verano means summertime.
Right.
So in the fall, it's the autumnal equinox, autumn, right? So these words connect to, the season. So
Right, right.
it's like it's approaching summertime.
Yeah, like that's what I thought, like approaching it or something.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so key features of the vernal equinox. According to astrology, it marks the start of Aries season, as we went over before. This is the first sign of the zodiac. symbolizing new beginnings, action, and growth. So within the calendar year, we start in what? January, right? December. But in astrology, right, according to the sun, it starts in the season of Aries. So within certain groups, this is basically like a new year, and based on the zodiac sign. And has anyone ever heard of the story of Hercules? So you ever heard of the 12 labors of Hercules?
Yes.
You have?
Yeah.
So, and think about it. How many months are in a year?
12.
How many zodiac signs?
12.
Yeah. So basically what the 12 labors of Hercules talks about is going through each sign. That's what his labors are. So when he's battling different creatures and stuff, but each sign represents it's really the story of us. We're Hercules. We're the one traversing, right, the year, going through these seasons, being affected by the energy. Because I don't know about you, I feel a lot different in summertime than I feel in like middle of January.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Right? So it's understanding that there's different,
The ascension symptoms.
exactly, there's different astrological energies. Just because you can't see it, the moon affects the tides, right?
We're like 80% water.
I
Correct.
was just about to say that.
So symbolism in nature too is with the equinoxes. Plants begin to bloom, right? Animals awaken from hibernation. So there's some animals that sleep throughout the whole winter. And traditionally seen as a time of renewal, fertility, and fresh starts. Spring is always a time of fresh starts, right? Starting new things, people outside more. So this is a time for growth, extreme growth, using that energy of Aries that rules your head. So it's understanding that, but doing it in a nice, disciplined way. So tarot reflects these themes with the cards. Basically, they represent equilibrium, transformation, and awakening. So what card here represents equilibrium? Anyone take a wild guess?
Justice
Very good. Why is that? Why so?
keeps balance, the law, make sure everyone follows the same rules.
Okay. Or if they don't follow the same rules or rules, right? Justice is served, right?
Yeah.
Hence the
The
sword.
card itself is even pretty symmetrical.
Oh, okay.
They probably can't see it, but the scale.
The scales are here.
It's Libra's card, and Libra's about balance.
Very good. I was just going to ask that question. Okay, very good. Okay, so now what cards represent transformation here? How so?
He's taking essentially, like, it's kind of pointing towards the fact that he's taking the lower energies and transmuting it into like higher thought in a way. Like, you see how he's pointing down but pointing up at the same time. It kind of alludes to the whole as above, so below. And then the everything that's on it. You can't really see it, but all the symbols that are on the table that he has is like symbols of
All the elements, right?
yeah, the alchemical transmutation.
Yeah, these are actually the magician tools. So this is the cup, right? If you notice, in the minor cards, right, we have the King of Cups, right? Prince of Cups, Two of Cups. These are the wands. You have the different wand card, Two of Wands, right? Eight of Wands. You have the swords. So these are the four suits within the cards, and even in playing cards, it's four suits, right? So it's understanding that, but everything stems from a lot of these occult and esoteric thoughts. But this is magician's table, and this is what he works with. You're working with your willpower, the wand, the sword represents your intellect, okay? The cups is your emotion, your creative ability to create new things, and the pentacles represents basically the ability to build income and wealth to use to fund your endeavors and to really help yourself and your family and friends around you, or anything material. What cards connects to awakening?
Sun.
The sun?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, I could say that.
It's what
Usually wake up to the sun.
Yeah.
The sun could also mean, and when we look at the cards too, try to also look past the literal sense of what it is
Right.
and look at the actual picture. So meaning, how often do you see the sun with sunflowers and a baby boy on a pony. You know what I'm saying? That's not like, you know, so,
The Fool?
excuse me?
The Fool?
What about the fool?
For awakening.
Wow, how so?
It's kind of like a veil's been removed. Like he's no longer, you know, the fool to his ignorance anymore. Like, you can see he's like stepping on.
Looks like he's stepping off a cliff. You know? So the sun is like rebirth. Think about this as a baby there, right? It's like rebirth.
Gotcha.
It's like getting reborn. Like hence why it connects to the equinox in the springtime, right? You know, when the plants start to grow. But this is understanding you're getting reborn as a child of the what? Of the sun.
Gotcha.
And then now think of everything what the sun connects to, right? Abundance, growth, life, light, heat, warmth.
Yeah.
So it's understanding that. And now, how does Empress fit in here? How does it connect to the equinox and transition into spring?
Fairness.
Fairness. How so? How does fairness connect to the transition into spring?
Fairness? It's like a restart to life, or to some people,
Yeah.
maybe it's time for change, you know, because we go through different emotions during the seasons.
Okay.
So in winter, you're all, you know, more sheltered, or, you know,
Yeah.
maybe spring, you're the warm weather, you know, I think we need the sunlight, vitamin D. So
Oh,
that
yeah.
when you get that, it kind of changes your whole mood and
Yeah.
Absolutely.
more outgoing. I don't know.
Well, no, good. Good stuff. There's no wrong answer here. There's everything. It's all for us to learn. We'll all learn from each other here. So great. And the Empress too, as well, is she connects to, or she could be seen as Mother Nature.
That's right.
She represents our creative nature. She basically is influenced by the High Priestess, which is High Priestess is like your subconscious mind, the internal part that gives you different intuition and ideas. But does anyone know what planet the Empress connects to?
Venus.
Venus, very good. And what's Venus a planet of?
Love, creativity, relationships,
Sociability, right?
beauty.
Lavishness.
Awesome.
Yep. So what we like to do now is go into a song that connects to the vernal equinox, to spring equinox, to change in seasons. So Mike, do you have anything queued up?
I did.
All right.
Ready? So, song I chose this week is one of my new favorite artists. Her name is Green Tea Peng.
Never heard
She's
of her.
from she's from the UK, and
I'm going
I
to the UK.
believe she's actually an Aries too. I could be wrong, but she gives me like Aries like energy. But the song is called "Miss the Sun," all about like awakening and your like ambition, and just it felt like the right song for. You know, to
All right,
have.
let's hear it.
Got it all queued up. This is the last song it's going into. Pass it around if anyone wants to check out the record.
Woke up today and the sun was shining. I said, "Miss the sun, where have you been?"
Are you sure?
Yeah.
He told me, "Sorry, dear, I had to go away, but never have no fear. I'm always back again. I got to show you the door, so you can really feel the light. No, I can't lie, I need you, Mr. Sun.
Got longer arms.
I can't lie, I need you, Mr. Sun. Chasing
was literally playing this album for like a month straight.
No, yeah, like D is singing this because I played it so much.
I do like this song though.
She's like, I don't know, like when I get into just an artist, I like dive all the way in, and I just like played the hell out of this record. She's just got a cool style. It just sounds good. Like
It does sound pretty good.
She definitely knows how
her
to
whole
write.
vibe is awesome too. She's like such a vibe. Her new album is coming out on Friday. Actually, I can't wait. I've been waiting for it for like a month. Yeah, it's cool. I wonder if she's an Aries now. I'm actually curious. I'm gonna look it up.
This song is me all
It makes
around.
sense, yeah.
Right?
The sun, right? Yeah.
Well, she's a Sagittarius, so she's fire at least. Those are all-
Makes sense.
Yeah. She totally is a Sag now that I think about it.
Yeah.
She like travels a lot.
All right, there you go. Yeah. They love traveling. They're ruled by Jupiter. Yeah. Excellent. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
All right, so let's continue. So part of this class too, besides learning, we do group readings too as well. This is actually the hot seat. So
We gotta put the sun blanket as.
we have to. When we get to that point, we'll have someone volunteer to come up for a reading. Then we'll have volunteers actually help with the reading too as well. So I think we're actually let's pull some cards. So before we pull some cards and someone comes up here, I like to always show different cards. So this is like different variations of the moon and the emperor.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so anything stick out differently between these two cards?
Yeah.
What do you see?
That's the Crowley deck, right?
Very good. Yep.
What he said.
Very good. Yeah, I mean they're pretty. Yes, they're different, but there's a lot of similarities, right? You still see the rams here. He's still holding a scepter,
Right.
but there's some differences. So you have the Paschal Lamb here, Agnus Dei.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so that's some Christ consciousness references right there. Okay, and then you have a double-headed eagle, a phoenix, but the heads are looking at each other. That's a little different from what we were accustomed to. And this card is similar to as well, right? But he added the Anubis here, because Anubis is what? What is he when it comes to Egyptian gods? Do you remember what Anubis does? So he weighs your heart. Basically, in the Egyptian Book of the Dead, Anubis was in the afterlife, and you had to go through. Anubis would guard you to the afterlife, and he would weigh your heart against a feather. And if all your actions in life were lighter than a feather, or heavier than a feather, you wouldn't go into the afterworld. You would be in like a tormented area.
Like in the moon nights.
Correct. Or you would, yeah. All that stuff depicts what the Egyptian mythology was, or their beliefs. So this is very Egyptian in nature here, and it makes sense because Pisces is about that liminal space. Pisces is about the space you go to when you transition. Aries is about the space where you go where you reincarnate, if you believe in reincarnation. All right, so who would like to get a reading? Who would like to sit in the hot seat? All right, okay. Just come right up.
Alright, in the hot seat.
All right, so you could think of a question, okay? You don't have to say it out loud.
Do you want me to get the theme sound?
If you want, we usually do it for the meditation. It's up to you.
There's
So,
some hollow behind it too.
okay. So think of a question, or maybe something, a situation you need some clarification on, right? Maybe something you need guidance on. Also, is this your first tarot reading, or have you received
I've
it?
actually have done it before, but
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it was like Well, do you have to have like this might be again silly question.
No silly
Do you
question.
need, like a degree in this or like a certification to do tarot, like to do a tarot reading?
Anyone could really be a practitioner, but it doesn't mean that, everyone's way of doing readings might be different. Some people are more intuitive.
Gotcha.
Some people do it based on like it's been in their family for years, right? Me personally, I studied tarot for more meditation, right? And basically, I do it based on understanding what powers and energies the card represents. Also mixed with some intuition, but I'm not purely just intuition.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
But we're going to actually have everyone help out, some volunteers. So we're going to do a simple 3-card reading. It's going to be past, present, and future.
Okay.
All right? So think of a question. Think of something, a situation maybe you need some guidance on. Keep it internally. And when you're ready, we'll set the cards up, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right. All right, so just bear with me. These are huge cards, so shuffling them is always a joy.
You just gotta do one of those poker shuffles where you
Yeah,
You
right?
definitely cannot do that with those cards.
No, these are
No
huge.
way.
Gotta have the white gloves,
You
dude.
need,
Yeah, right?
like,
Yeah, right?
hands for that.
yeah, I'm ready.
Do we have any volunteers that want to help do the reading?
I'll do the pass.
Okay. Anybody else?
I'll do present.
And who would like to do the future?
What?
Can you cut the deck?
Sure.
You're doing the future.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so we're going to have you pick 3 cards, okay? So let me spread them out. And the first card is going to be for the pass.
Okay. Do I read it or no?
Just pull it out, and we're going to place it on the table. Right on the little chair here, okay? We have it right here, okay? Pick the next card for the present. And then let's check the future. Okay, so the pass card is Temperance, okay? The present is the King of Pentacles. And the future, wow, is the Three of Cups.
Nice.
Okay, so let's have the volunteers come up. Who's doing the pass? James, right?
Come on down.
The price is right. Let's go.
Excuse me? Demand of I need to get the next two.
I can move this over there if you want. Yeah, just you can look at it in the corner.
So temperance. Alright. So that tells me that in the past you had to essentially, there was a whole bunch of like balancing that needed to go on. Like you had a whole bunch of struggles that needed to figure out like which way to go and which way not to go. Like dealing with some sort of equilibrium,
Okay.
so to speak, and maybe that you've gotten past it, or that you're finally transitioning to like a state of consistency, so to speak.
Okay.
That's all I'm getting from that.
All right, very good. Okay, who's doing the present?
King of Pentacles. So I feel like at this time in your life, you're more focused on your material world, so like finances, like finding security and stability within that aspect of your life. And maybe that could be related to the past card as well, where you needed to balance things out with your material world and your internal world. I think those are connected. So you being more focused on your material world right now, you're becoming more responsible, more disciplined, and just overall like well-rounded within that, and that's your main focus and priority at this time, is what I'm getting.
Okay.
Very good. Very good. And the future.
The card to look at it. Okay. What I see is like in the future you're gonna have like some different like options like coming to you, but it may not be like an overabundance, but you'll have several like good options, and you're gonna have to like weigh them out and try to figure out like which ones do you really want, like which do you want more? Because like I can see the 3 cups and like one's higher than the other two, so I think it's about like trying to weigh out like your abundance and your options.
Okay. I could see that.
Would you like to share your question? You don't have to.
My question is, will I ever find love?
Okay.
Well,
The-
I
go
feel
ahead.
like that future card's actually pretty good, though,
Yeah, you could have
for...
several women.
It shows. That shows.
I could
It shows. It does show. It shows a celebration. It does show a celebration. So, but it does show you're gonna have options. It looks like.
I'll be a bachelor. Show the bachelor.
Yeah.
Well, I will say this though, the King of Pentacles and the Temperance.
Yep.
Even though I don't think it really related to my. Oh, it kind of did maybe, but I
It
mean,
always relates in some way.
in some way. I mean, not to
Later on, too, maybe.
not to
like,
be
you know,
too
meet
personal.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
Not to be too like in
Okay.
the past, I wasn't the best at saving money, but now these past few years, I've been great at it.
Okay.
I've had great wealth, so
That makes sense. That
Yeah.
definitely makes sense for the present, right? King of Pentacles makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
I had to focus on other things. Then
Hmm.
I had to like change myself, a part of myself, not everything, but I had to work on myself because back then I didn't like something about myself. I was dealing with inner struggles,
Yeah.
and then I had to figure stuff out and focus on certain things, and then wealth came.
So to relate the past and the present card to your question, it could be that the process of you, doing the inner work and changing parts of yourself that you weren't happy with, and with the present card, it seems like you are now more well-rounded and you feel stable and secure within yourself and your material world. So the future card makes sense because now that you have done that work, it's giving you the options in love. It's like opening up a door for
Like
that
the
part of
growth.
your- Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it's like a reward for doing that inner work almost. Like that's the outcome of doing that inner work.
Okay.
That's how I
Yeah.
would interpret it at least.
Like choosing you,
Mhm.
you're choosing, choosing yourself opens up the growth to what you're looking for.
Right. Oh, I like that. Yeah, I agree.
Very good. All right. Nice job, everybody.
This is your New York trip about new experiences.
Okay. Does anybody else want to come up to the hot seat?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
New York experiences.
I swear.
I've been pushing her to try a bunch of new stuff. I put her in a float tank, a sauna, took her to the city.
Oh wow. Very good. Very good.
Showed her and all this stuff.
Very good. All right, so same for you. Think of a question or maybe something in your life you want some clarification on, you want some maybe guidance on, and just meditate, sit with it for a little bit, and when you're ready, let me know. Okay? All right. Very good. Very good. Okay, so cut the deck. All right. Perfect. All right, so I'm going to have you pick 3 cards. The first card is going to be the past, second is going to be the present, and the third is going to be the future. So, okay, very good. Now for the present, okay,
Hey, what's going on?
and for the future. All right, so the usual rule here is whoever comes in last has to do the full reading, right? No. Welcome, welcome. Then. All right, so the past card we have 7 of Pentacles. Okay. For the present we have the 4 of Swords.
That resonates already from what I heard from Caleb.
And the future card we have the 7 of Swords.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, who would like to come up and do the reading?
The whole reading, or like, are we still doing?
I can't read.
past
The whole truth, nothing but the truth, all right? So,
Bias.
No.
I'll do the past.
okay, come right up. Thank you.
I'll do present.
All right.
Happy present?
No.
Okay. I know, right?
Okay, so the past looks like you had to deal with a bunch of things, and it looks like it's overgrown. So maybe these thoughts or activities have really like burdened you, and you had to take some time to just think it out, plan it out, try to think of a way to overcome these 7 struggles, or stuff that was just maybe holding you back, or stuff that you had to accept, or had to live with and be okay with. And that's my interpretation.
Very good. Excellent. Okay, and for the present.
Go ahead, Dee.
I vote Mike.
That's so messed up. You could add on.
All right, you guys can fight to the death for it, right?
There you
So-
go. We can
Well,
do
we
it
could
together.
both-
So you go first and I'll add.
Okay.
You're probably gonna say the same thing.
Okay. Well, 4 Swords is about, going within to rest and recover.
Right.
So it could be that right now you feel called to take time to yourself, and that could mean different things for people. Maybe you want to go on a trip and try new things, or it could be like you want to be in solitude. Either way, it's good to listen to yourself at this time, because the rest you're getting now will be much needed in the future. It's gonna recharge you and help you be more connected to yourself, so that way you can hear your intuition more clearly.
And I just like to add quickly that it's also a time of self-reflection when you go internal and take a break. Like right now, you're on a trip, you're in New York, you went to the float tank, you know what I mean? Like it's time to really lay down, right? You lay down in the float tank. Now you got time to lay down, rest, go within, and just like Dee said, you're gonna recharge for something greater.
Oh, I like what they said, because she used to take care of everybody else and not put herself first. So I
Okay.
think this is time for her to stop taking care of everyone else and put herself first.
There you go.
Very good.
That's
What
why
a-
I'm getting called out.
That's right.
Yeah, she's my sister. She does
It's
that.
the Virgo. It's just just straight analytical.
And what about the future card? Who wants to volunteer?
Danny?
My envy was flaring today. I don't think I'm prepared for that.
Yeah, mine flares every day, hence why I have 7 cameras.
I could go.
I'll take a stab too.
Oh.
If you
Wow, we got a lot of volunteers today. You guys, it's exciting.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say what came through just now was 7 of swords, swords, right? So 7 obstacles. The first thing that came through when I felt her energy was like she's unlocking her, different like chakras. So it may not be a struggle, like essentially, but it's going to be work, right? To get through, to unlock all of the energy points so you can be your best self.
Because the
Okay.
person's
I could-
carrying the cards in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're carrying swords. Looks like they're
It's work.
they're trying to balance all these
The
swords.
weight
Yeah.
of- The
Right.
weight of the swords, or the
Right.
weight
It's
of...
work, but it's good work because it's like, internal for yourself.
I think like with the 7, it's like, the 7 days of the week, you gotta bring the same energy every day.
I see that.
Keep at it.
Very good.
And a sword you can cut through.
What do swords represent?
Intellect,
Communication,
communication.
What signs? What kind of zodiac signs usually connect to swords?
air signs.
Air.
So that means this card also connects to some. There's Aquarius energy involved there,
Gemini,
some Gemini,
Libra.
and the Libra. So balance
In
too.
the future, you'll connect with those.
Yep.
Okay.
Did she get 7 of Pentacles and 7 of
Yeah.
Swords?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Seven of Pentacles. Just Pentacles too is also about accumulation too as well. So it's just like on further cards, it represents like growing an establishment. When you get to once you get to the Ten of Pentacles, which is the card up here, where you see this old man here and the family and like the nice big structures, it's about like wealth. So like accumulation. So Pentacles is like hard material work, but the end game is it's going to help you in the future. So it's like a lot of the work you do in the past and the time you take in the present to go within, really go within, and will help you to be able to balance all the items that you're going to have to deal with in the future.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I also like what you said about showing up the same way 7 days a week. That like stuck out to me because of what I said about Four of Swords with connecting to yourself and your intuition. So like the stronger your intuition is, the more you'll be able to kind of see when people aren't showing up the same every day like you are, And I feel like you will be attracting like a different type of energy in the future where people are showing up the way you do, like authentic. And you'll be able to spot out the ones that aren't, as long as you trust yourself.
Yeah, trust your intuition.
Yep.
Not feeling, intuition
There's a difference, right?
is the big difference.
Yeah.
So feeling is like immediate. Our feelings can be swayed, but intuition is like removing everything and just kind of just going with your purpose. And I think that's the biggest problem we have as people, is just finding your purpose. But through discipline and great intention, you'll be open to intuition and you just continue forward,
Okay.
Awesome.
Excellent. Nice job, everybody.
What was your question?
What should I eat for later?
Yeah, right? Yeah, right?
Ooh, I almost fell out my
I think
pants.
it's when you got 7 because that's how old I was when you were born. I took care of her. This is my first baby.
Aw.
Hey, how's it going?
I messed up a lot. 'cause I
Yes, you
didn't
did.
realize
I got you off the what?
All right, so we could do either one more reading or we could jump straight into a meditation. So, Mike, what do you think?
It's really up to the group. Ben, do you want to get a reading? Someone who never went before?
Sure.
Yeah?
Go.
All right.
I've never seen Star Wars, so it wouldn't connect to me, but
Okay. All right, so same for you. Think of a question or maybe an item or situation in your life where you need some guidance on, clarification,
okay.
insight.
I'm going there.
Yeah.
That's all.
Here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You work over there?
No, I'm part of my friend works, good friend works there, and I'm also part of the beer club.
All right, let me know when you're ready.
Sure.
Good? Okay. Okay, so please cut the debt. All right, so you're going to pick 3 cards First one's going to be the past. Next one's going to be the present. And then the last one's going to be the future. So whenever you're ready. All right, it's the past. The present and the future. Okay, all right. For the past, we have the Magician. Okay. Present, we have the Queen of Pentacles. And the future, Two of Wands. Okay, whoever feels called to do a reading, all three cards, you may step up.
I have a question.
I don't all come at once.
I'll do the past, but before I want to. What's that symbol above the magician's head? Is it like an infinity symbol?
It's good, very good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Alright, magician represents change, uplift you. So in the past, I think you went through a great struggle. Then you had to either change yourself or your environment, and that change brought you to a more positive state of mind. And that's all I have.
That's great. Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
No.
And who would like to come do the next card? The present, the Queen of Pentacles.
I could do that too if you want.
Yeah, just go for it. Go for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just use your intuition and just go for the whole reading. Just see what you come up with.
Queen of Pentacles, now you've challenged, you've gotten over this burden that you've been going through. So now you feel like maybe, I don't know, like top of the world type of thing. You have this burden, you're holding it, now you're in control of it, and it's not controlling you. And you're relaxing. Your peers maybe think more highly of you, or really you maybe think more highly of yourself. And then the future, it's like, okay, the future. So, this burden, you have now controlled it to the point where you are now not letting it bother you, you're making something positive out of it. You have two great things that are maybe growing in your life or getting better, and maybe that burden was more of a blessing than a curse, and maybe you're still looking for guidance, but I see good things coming in your future, and what he's holding there is it's the world. So you're gonna feel like
Yes,
So you're gonna feel like, well, you're gonna end up being very successful, and you're gonna feel like the world isn't gonna affect you anymore, and that you kind of you're controlling the destiny your best you can, or what you can, and that's my reading.
Very good. Nice job. Anybody else want to try?
I'll try. Unless someone else wants to go.
I'll go after you.
Okay. So with the magician, I feel like whatever you went through in your past helped shape you into someone who feels like they have control over the reality, because the magician is using all four elements, like he's mastered all four elements, and he's able to use that to his advantage to create what he wants. And I feel like your past was very focused on like your future, like what do you want to create. and your present is Queen of Pentacles. She's very grounded, very down to earth, nurturing. So I feel like you might be very focused on self-care right now, and making sure that you feel grounded, like within like the present moment. Maybe you have a tendency to kind of be like very in your head. So now you're focused on doing something to kind of keep you down to earth, and you're focused on nurturing yourself and, you know, the responsibilities you have in your life as well as the people. She's also very like family based, so I feel like maybe you're focused on nurturing your connections as well. And with the Two of Wands is, it makes me think of like planning and traveling. He's holding the globe, so maybe you're going to be planning a trip in the future that you've been looking forward to, and that could have been something in the past, that like an idea you had that's like coming into fruition. So that's what I got.
Very good.
Pretty spot on.
Very good.
So, I'm getting like mindset with this right now. I feel like, you know, a magician. I feel like in the past you lived life with wonder and possibilities and hope and just imagination, just fiery, you know, all of these things. How old are you, if you mind me asking?
I'm 27.
27. So like around that age, typically we kind of just like plateau, right, in a mindset, and it's like we focus more on security and grounding down and just trying to hold on to everything we've accomplished, and you know, you start kind of living the same day over and over and over, and it's just like, you know, you start craving something different. But security is very comforting, right? But nothing grows in comfort. So I feel like in the past it was just like, again, wonder, excitement, all these possibilities coming into manhood, and then in the present it's just like, you know, I'm good, but I still feel like there's something missing. And I think blending those two, right? Because sometimes we take one step forward and two steps back. And blind ambition is sometimes worse than no ambition. You know? So I think in your future, a lot of people try to master speed, but slow is fast. So steadily upward and knowing what you want, aiming twice, shooting once. I think you're going to master that security that you have in the present right now with the wonder and excitement and imagination that you had in childhood. And I think whatever you set your mind to, as long as you stay persistent and disciplined in that, you're going to have it.
Awesome, thank you.
Very good. Nice job. Would you like to share your question? You don't have to. If you
It's
don't.
kind of complex. I don't know.
Was
how
it
to-
did anything touch it or resonate with you from any of the
For
readings?
sure, yeah.
Okay, good. Very good. Good.
Cool.
All right.
It's hard too when like you have a question. It's like sometimes it gives you the thought process to attain that question.
Yep.
So it might not give you the answer to
Get the
question,
message that you need.
but it's like, all right,
Right.
the compass. I'm trying to go north. You know.
Yeah.
It's not gonna say, hey, that way is north. It'll just give you. You know,
Absolutely.
it's
Yeah.
that's
Or sometimes it answers like a question you didn't even ask sometimes.
Right.
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt.
Yeah, that happens to me a lot.
Very good. All right, so now we will get ready for a meditation. At the end of the class, we like to do a meditation to the astral temple that we've created here within this tarot space. So you guys could take a 5-minute break if you want, and then we'll come back and we'll go into this meditation. If anyone has to leave, you're free to leave. That's fine. But we, just in case, free to leave. You know. Always too, I like to always share different tarot versions as well. So basically, we have the same cards with a totally more. This is more of a Renaissance version. This is. Anyone know what tarot deck this is, or even what language it is?
It's Latin, right?
French.
This is the same.
This is the Tarot Marseille deck. So this deck was created during the Renaissance,
Bonjour.
and you could tell by like the artwork and the colors is pretty unique compared to the other decks. But you still see the basic symbolism, right? You still see the lobster here. You still see like the two dogs, or a dog and a wolf, and he still looks like an emperor, right? It's just a little more colorful and stuff. So yeah, guys, take a 5-minute break, and then we'll come back and we'll do a nice guided meditation.
Ding dong, ding dong.
the best you could do. We'll start by taking 3 deep neutral breaths. That's in and out through your nose. Let all the cares of the world disappear. Breathe in again. And out. And again. And out. I consecrate this meditation with fire. To cleanse our space, our minds, and our hearts, we'll vibrate the divine vibration of Om. We'll do this 3 times, and we'll do it now. Inhale. We have now symbolically cleansed our mind and our hearts and prepared ourselves to enter into the astral temple of the Tarot Academy. We will start by descending 10 steps, which will take us into the deeper realms of our subconscious mind. As you go down each step, you'll see a different item in front of you. As we go down to the first step, you'll see 1 cup, the Holy Grail, in front of you, guiding you down the steps. As you go down to the second step, you'll see 2 wands floating in the air in front of you. You feel yourself getting lighter and lighter. When you go down to the third step, you'll see a triangle in front of you. Down to the fourth step, as you get lighter and lighter, you'll see a square. At the fifth step, you'll see a 5-pointed star or a pentagram. At the sixth step, you see a hexagram. That's a 6-pointed star, or the Star of David. And as you go down to the 7th step, feel your 7 chakras lighting up from your head down to your root chakra. At the 8th step, you see the infinity sign above your head, as in the Magician card and the Strength card. You are an infinite being, full of potential. At the 9th step, you see 3 triangles in front of you. And at the 10th step, you see 10 pentacles in the shape of the tree of life. As you approach the door into your subconscious mind, you see 2 symbols, one of Pisces, the 2 fishes, and one of Aries, the ram. You are now entering into the realm of the equinox. This is a realm of balance, renewal, and new beginnings. As you open the door and go through, you now see in a distance 2 towers. As you walk on the path, you see a nice pond with a crayfish coming out and a dog and a wolf on your left and right side, guiding you on this path. The sun is setting in the distance, and as you keep walking, you see the holy mountain. This mountain is where the Tarot Academy Astral Temple is located. As you get to the base of the mountain, the sun is setting. You see the hermit in the distance up top, shining his lantern to light the way. Start walking up the mountain to the hermit. As the sun sets, you see the moon starting to appear. As you get to the top, greet the hermit and let him take you into the mountain. Go down the deep corridor. And as you approach the door to the temple, you are stopped by Anubis. He is holding a scale with a feather. You must put your heart on this scale. If it's heavier than the feather, you may not enter. After he examines your heart, the hermit leads you into the temple if you are found worthy. As you go into the temple, you see the 4 fixed signs of the zodiac in each corner: Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo. To vibrate and balance yourself to the equinox, we shall vibrate the divine name E-A-O. We'll do it 3 times, and we'll do it now. Inhale. You are now harmonized and balanced with this energy. You're now prepared to enter the next season of your life, ruled and guided by the sign of Aries. You may now approach the east of the temple, and you'll see the Empress sitting on her throne, holding her scepter. You may petition her and ask her of anything, a question, something you need guidance on. She may give you the answer now or on your return. Be patient. After she gives you guidance, she hands you a seed. This seed is full of potential for your life and for the next season. Make sure you plant it on fertile ground. Thank the Empress and start to follow the hermit outside of the temple. As you come out the temple, you see the sun shining. It's a new day. Feel the warmth of the sun on your face. The nice, cool morning breeze. Spring is here. As you go down the mountain and approach the path back up to sense reality, you see a ram in the distance. This ram represents Aries. Follow the ram back to the door that leads up to sense reality. When you are ready, open the door and start to ascend the 10 steps. As you start to ascend, start to wiggle your toes and fingers. Prepare yourself to come back to sense reality with that seed ready to plant something new and creative and unique to your life for the next season. As you get to the top of the steps, and when you are ready, open your eyes and return back to sense reality. Tetelestai, it is done. This now concludes the Tarot Academy class.
I ate the seed. So soon.
Sunflower?
Well, so
You know, seed oils are bad for you, right?
so how will you grow something that's going to bear fruits if you consumed it?
I don't know.
It'll
That's,
grow
what, that's what happened when she gave it up.
You just
I don't
like,
know how to answer.
Okay, all right. There's something symbolical to that.
It'll grow with
She
you.
is the fertile soil.
there you go.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I was.
right there.
That's the only thing I could think of.
Anybody want to share their experience? Did anyone have trouble visualizing? Are you raising your hand back there, or are you just cheering me? Yeah, cheers. Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
So when you mentioned Anubis, I did this visualization where I held up a scarab to him, And when I did that, it was quite interesting because everything kind of flashed before me, and all of a sudden, like you said, there was a temple and there was all these symbols and everything, and he was showing me like there's certain crosses and like I saw all of a sudden the flower of life, like the planet turned in like to the flower of life, and it kind of, I don't know, it was like a weird revelation almost.
That's great.
Like he was like showing me like a outline of the world and patterns. I don't know.
That's very deep. Very good. Wow. Incredible. Anyone else?
When we first started, you said to look for a cup, and
Mm-hmm.
that Eucharist book that was randomly sent to my house is sitting right there on my steps, because I usually use like my stairs to the front door
Yeah.
as a visualization, and that is sitting on my steps, that book, so I feel like I'm supposed to read
Like
that.
right now, it's sitting on your
Yeah,
steps.
I feel like I'm supposed to read that.
Wow.
Somebody left
That's
a
incredible.
book on your
They
steps.
sent it to me because I got like annoyed, like I stopped believing for a while, and then this random book with my name on it comes on and said stop believing, believe in Jesus. It was about the Eucharist, and yeah, it has like,
Wow. Interesting.
and that book is there as we were going down, and that's like the Eucharist is like
Yeah.
the cup, it's the,
Yeah.
you know, so now it's symbolic, like,
That's the Christ consciousness
Yeah.
calling you, man.
and then between that, when we first saw Anubis,
Mhm.
the scale kept going back and forth, and then there's something like happened, or I saw it like stabilize, and then I was allowed in. So
Oh,
it's-
good. That was my next question. Was anyone not allowed in the temple?
I had keys.
Yeah, we know you have keys. Yeah, we know you have
I
keys.
wasn't let in, but I had.
Yeah, keys. Oh, but hey, that means.
Snuck in the back.
So, man, was everybody able to enter into the temple?
Well, I had to ask him. I said, like,
Okay.
give me a chance, and then it balanced.
Oh,
And
good.
then I saw it like on a boat. It was like balanced, and then they let me in.
On a boat. Very good.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a boat around sand.
Yeah, look, research the Egyptian Book of the Dead. You're gonna see where a boat comes in there. There's research that, because the boat.
Wow.
If you saw a boat, you're onto something
And
there.
he just opened a random page to
Mhm.
an Egyptian page earlier,
Oh.
which is funny.
Yeah, there you go.
When I
Yeah, you see the book he brought? Bro, it's this big. It's Melanie P. Hall's Secret Teaching of the Ages. She got it as a gift for him. Bro, this big.
Wait, no way.
No, it's wild.
Yeah.
Really? I gotta see
Yeah.
that.
This is about 100 times more.
Whoa, my eyes.
I know. I'm sorry, guys. Should've
That's a
warned you
lie?
about that. It's a lie.
You gotta go with red. Red's good for your
Yeah,
eyes.
that's true.
I used to use that when I was flying planes, because red, we could read at night with the red.
Maybe I'll switch out the light bulbs during the next meditation.
No,
I
red's
feel
actually
like red
good.
would be kind of scary.
It was, right? It's like root chakra. Like, oh,
But it's
like
really
going
good to
down.
like see paper and like
Yeah.
read, and it's
Okay.
Well, red is fleeting.
Ah,
Blue is.
right. Coming in.
Yeah, so if anybody wants to find me, you could check me on Instagram, Jonathan23Maldo11. I'm on TikTok, maldos.magic. My website is Rosei Crucius Wellness. I actually sell some products there. We actually sell some here too as well. It's called Archangel Raphael Pain Cream. Archangel Raphael is the angel for healing. So it's a pain cream. It's a 4-ounce pain cream that I had on my magical table for 40 days with deep prayers and meditations. It comes with a prayer card. And there's a 2-ounce freeze gel. You can apply it anywhere. There's no CBD in it. It's all essential oils, all natural, organic elements for you too as well, which is good to help people to understand healing is not just taking a pill. It's all about praying and connecting spiritually. That's how you heal, because you got to heal inside and without as well.
funny you brought that up, because I've been having a health condition, and now that you brought that up,
Yeah. Everything happens for a reason, you know. There's other stuff on there too as well. Some tarot decks, some jewelry. I just commissioned this rose cross. So there's an actual rose cross on there, custom made for like an altar. So very nice piece, handcrafted locally. And then Maldo's Magic Podcast is on YouTube, and it's on about 11 other platforms. So you can find it everywhere, from Spotify to iTunes. All different places you could stream them. Some of the past classes are there, some interviews. We have a show together. It's called New Atlantis too as well. And yeah, so any questions, I'm here to help you guys out.
Just speak on the pain cream. I wasn't a believer.
You,
But-
you used it?
I used it, and I have like issues with my knees. I'm always in work boots
In
and
my
stuff
right
like
knee
that.
I have
And, yeah.
eczema I suffer from.
Yeah,
Really?
I put it on and it's good as new.
Mm.
You gotta
Good
check
to
it
know.
out.
I use
Yeah.
it on my neck. I had her
Yeah.
put it on my
Oh,
neck.
really?
Because James does it.
Yeah, I made it too because I suffer from chronic lower back pain. Everyone knows me. I'm in a lot of pain always, and I have and I don't use it because I'm so used to the pain.
Yeah,
but every
yeah.
time I remember to use it, the whole day I'm good. I
It's
put it on my
funny.
back, shoulders, and my neck.
What do you put in it if you don't mind me asking?
What do I what? Sorry.
What do you put in it? The pain cream.
It's made with a infused with angelic and spiritual energy and essential oils.
Where can I buy that?
And it's mainly like essential oils, and
There's no
they're
lavender in it, right? I'm allergic.
I'll check for you before. With components that are helpful in the healing process, as far as when you have pain, there's different items you need to have the product have the entourage effect, meaning when everything combined together is what helps with the pain. So there's stuff with inflammation, stuff helps with the muscle soreness. You know, there's different items that help soothe it too as well. And the freeze gel is more of like a freezing, a cooling effect. I like that as a travel thing because it's smaller. You take it when I go traveling to Europe and stuff. It's only 2 ounces, and it's blue too as well. The other one's like white. Great stuff. But yeah, it's helpful. There's gonna be more products coming out too as well, and eventually they'll be tailored to like the angels. So Archangel Michael might be something with energy. Maybe there might be another one. Might be a non-alcoholic tincture or drink might be coming soon too as well. So yeah, a lot of cool stuff. We're all creators and we're all magicians, so we all could create whatever we want. It's just got to get the idea and do it and just help people. Yeah.
What's your why?
What's my why?
Yeah.
Why do I do it?
Yeah.
What do I do? What am I here?
Question.
My why? I love to research and educate myself so I could basically be a public figure that spreads knowledge and light to the world. I want to awaken people. I want to pull people out of the matrix of their mind, of the conditioning that we all have growing up. Really teach people items that they never learned in school. Just really educate people so you could have control and be your own magician. You could be your own emperor, be your own king, your own queen of your life. So I want to help people to learn how to have rulership over their life by education and by consistent spiritual practice. We're the problem. That's right.
That's too, like some people don't, they feel like they need something, that just existing is not enough, but existing is just enough sometimes.
Yeah.
I've been watching Sadhguru for a while. So
Very good.
That's like the difference
Very
between
good.
surviving and thriving, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. You're right. Good stuff. Yeah, thank everybody for coming. It's always a good class. We always grow, and we're all learning. And we plan to do future classes where maybe we might do an alchemy class soon. A class geared to just a guided meditation, how you could create your own guided meditation based on whatever in life you're looking for. You're looking for answers with something, right? You need, clarity. There's different meditations you could do, different places you could take yourself to help you with that. And you could go into the spiritual realm and then take something from it to help you with this realm. We all need help. We all need guidance. Yeah. So.
Your chakra cleanse.
Yeah, chakra cleanse,
Yeah.
chakra balance.
Yeah. There's a link there for $19.95. No. Just wait. You get $19.95 an hour. It's a 36-hour course. So. Make sure you apply the cream during the full moon, right?
I missed your moon.
Come to every single one of my classes.
Here.
Or it won't work.
Every time I went to try,
Yeah, right?
couldn't make it.
Make sure you sit in the hot seat at least. Yeah.
The next one is probably
But the magic happens too. It's not only sitting there and getting the reading, but then doing the service of giving the reading. Life's all about receiving, but then giving. You have to. You can't always be on one side. You have to be on both sides. You have to be able to receive, and you have to give.
When I add to that, couldn't you say that it would be best to be in a state of giving where you're giving to yourself but also giving to others.
Sure.
So like you're in a constant state of giving but
Mhm.
also reception at the same time.
Well, I mean, you said something the other day about transactions. Would you care to elaborate?
She
Yeah,
got that
I'm not
from me,
gonna
probably.
lie, I zoned out a little bit.
Oh,
So.
Well, good thing we're live right now, so very good. Okay.
Only 6,000 people are watching.
Yeah, and I don't edit anything. I let it go. So
What were you saying before that?
Forget it.
wow.
We're saying,
About
we were talking about
Whoa.
like
transmutation.
I don't think that was it. But
You said something about
I
transactions.
said transactional. Like not everything is give and take. It's not.
Yes,
No.
it's
I-
giving without wanting stuff. That's what you mean. No transactions. Okay, go ahead. Sorry to
Well,
cut
what
you
I
off.
said to you the other day, I was saying energy can be created or destroyed, but
Mhm.
you can transmute that energy and use it to your benefit. So if it's something you don't like, it doesn't have to be like negative. You can use it to your advantage.
You could take
It's all
that
about
energy
the
and make it
intention.
positive.
Right,
Exactly.
right,
That's what I was
right.
saying.
Or vice
Wonderful.
versa.
Yeah, Uno reverse it. That's what we were talking about. That
We were
was like,
talking
Uno
about
reverse
that.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
Uno reverse. I like that.
That was great.
Now let's explore Mel AP Hall's book now.
Now we got a 3-hour
that
course on this.
Yeah. So now we're gonna dive deep into the ancient mysteries. You know.
You want it?
Hey, that was a good show.
Throw me with a
Which
good
show?
time.
Ancient Mysteries or Ancient Discoveries is a good
Yeah.
show.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I missed that show.
Oh yeah.
I miss
Is that the one on
magic
YouTube with the
school
AI
bus.
voice?
We can do
No,
a whole, if you really want to, we can do a
Or
whole
just
class on that book.
I gotta see that thing.
Like a
Bro.
whole course.
Bro.
Is that a
Like,
box
it was going
set?
through, like,
A deep set. Bro, it came with a
I
book
gotta
just
see
for the
that.
book.
ancient calendar with
May
an
I?
ancient computer, and it was like this device
You can do a
on the
whole-
island.
if you want, that'd be
They
dope.
found it at like the
Medium?
bottom of
I'm
the
actually
Oh,
an
but
extra
he's gonna
large.
pull out gloves.
It's
I
like
feel
the-
like
Yeah, I really.
He has
Pretty
like
cool.
gloves that he wears.
there's a YouTube
That's
video.
yours?
It's 30
Yeah.
seconds.
Wow.
It's
It'd be very
It's the craziest book ever.
amazing.
It is an amazing book. But
I'm gonna-
holy